Hello, Adam.
Hi.
How are you?
And not bad.
Good. You're Adam Smith.
Yep.
With an initial.
Adam J. Smith.
Adam J. Smith. And Peter. No initial knocks. And you are famous throughout the land for being in the Hector Collectors and the Plimptons.
I can say that. I don't.
Any other bands?
They're probably two main ones, but I'm involved in a lot of other bands, but not so much in a. They're the only two I've really been involved in a full-time performing capacity. But I mean, the other big band I'm really involved in, but not actually as a band member properly, is Colin's Godson. You heard of them?
No, I've not.
You never heard of Colin's Godson?
Never heard of Colin or his Godson.
Well, Joe, who's the bass player currently in the Hector Collectors, and was also the bass player in the Plimptons. He was the current bass player in the Hectors, and was the latter bass player in the Plimptons for the last half of their career. His main band that he vocalises in and writes most of the songs in is called Colin's Godson.
Right.
And they're a sort of power pop band, but they, with a twist, but they write about a lot of ridiculous subject matter in a sort of, he's very inspired by Frank Sidebottom, but the songs are a bit more together and sort of Beatles-esque and that. But anyway, it's a big sort of conceptual thing, but what I've been involved in is doing all their artwork. Latterly, they've had all these albums which are designed like Tintin, like comics, you know. So it's like a gatefold vinyl. It's not actually a vinyl. Most of them are CDs inside, but it's been like a gatefold vinyl, and it's got a comic inside, and it's all drawn in the Tintin style. And in 2012, actually they did some more before that, but the canon starts within 2012. They did Colin's Godson in Space, and the sequel later in 2012 was Colin's Godson in Time, which is followed up by Colin's Godson's Greatest Hits, which had a whole new comic in it at the time, which was Colin's Godson v the Spook School, who weren't famous. It was before the Spook School were famous.
Yeah.
Joe wanted me to draw a comic about Colin's Godson meeting the Spook School of Burn masculinity fame, in a sort of taking the name very literally. They actually appear in the comic as kind of sort of haunted Harry Potter style Hogwarts sort of public school figures. And then that was followed by, then there was a sort of Come Down album, which was very good. It's sort of the best album, but it's also like, you can only appreciate it once you've got the funny stuff out the way. Right. It's Colin's Godson at the Speed of Sound, where they wake up from all these sort of crazy, wacky surface area adventures they've been having, and they wake up to a sort of supposed real life where they find out they're just playing the 13th note on a Tuesday night, and actually they're not these world famous, worlds. By this point they've travelled through time and space and fought ghosts. And even going back to 1996, either Camden, which is perhaps the most impressive thing they did, then they wake up and find they didn't actually achieve any of these things. But then, the current adventure they're on, which I'm actually drawing just now, they find out that maybe that was just another part of reality, and actually there are many parallel universes laid on top of each other, and they're trying to find out what the real reality is. And the current comic, I've actually been working on it today, because I'm talking about these like I'm really focused on them, but I only do like one a year, so it's been, yeah, it amounts to about 14 pages of comics, this, but we're going to collect it as a graphic novel, hopefully. But yeah, they're a big sort of conceptual band. It's very. I put a lot of work into this, even I'm not actually a member per se, and Joe's a very good friend of mine, and we've got a lot of common in, like, he sort of supports. We sort of support each other's like delusions, like, because
self-supporting reality.
No one's actually. You've got to have someone, at least one other person, to support whatever sort of artistic delusions you're doing, would you not say?
Yeah,
well, you're very strong-minded, you maybe do it on your own.
Yeah.
But it really helps to have at least one other person that's invested in it, and,
Yeah, it validates you and gives you confidence.
So that's another band I'm very involved in, despite the fact I've never, played an instrument with them.
Yeah.
I was also involved in a comparable capacity with the band Dr. Cosmo's Tape Lab. You ever heard of them?
Ah, yes.
They're like Joe Kane and Stu Kidd are the two main prime movers. Joe Kane, do you know him?
I think so.
I
feel like I do. Did he do that Et album?
Yes, he did.
With,
yes, that's his.
Carla Easton?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, he did that.
That's my favourite album at the moment.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, it's good. Well, he's all over that. I mean, I think he's sort of I think she wrote I don't know, but he's sort of is very much behind producing that. I think he might have co-written some stuff on that. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
But
no, I definitely don't know him, but I feel like I do.
Yeah, but Joe's this is another Joe that's confusing. This is Joe Kane, not Joe Greatorex, and Joe Kane is his real name. But like Joe's someone I've known for ages because I'm a big fan of his psychedelic pop band, the Owsley Sunshine, of the sort of new rock revolution era of the early to mid noughties.
Okay, so 2003 on.
Yeah, do you remember them at all?
No,
they were touted a bit by the enemy, but not really. Like there was other bands like loads of bands. I mean, that's the time I really romanticise in retrospect. But like to me, I'd always see bands because I'm a big fan of 60s pop and Beatles. We always saw bands that had those influences, but didn't really actually sound like them in a very interesting way. Whereas I don't know, like the albums they made were very well produced and very well written, and and just sounded fun, So I've been a big fan of his melodicism and work since. And he's also got, we've got quite a lot in. Anyway, so he's someone I've occasionally collaborated with over the years, including doing comics, sometimes unsolicited for his stuff. So Dr. Cosmo was a more sort of refined version of earlier conceptual stuff he'd had, and he was working with the guy Stu Kidd from the BMX Bandits, who Douglas T. Stewart mentioned. He worked on the latest
in the previous episode.
In the previous interview, yeah.
Check him out.
Yeah, and there's three years ago or something they sort of conceived this, and it was big. They've done several albums, mainly just the two of them, but they did one album which was quite long in the gestation process, where I was kind of involved. Again, not playing anything, but I was involved writing a narration between songs and weaving this kind of science fiction tale story in a quite self-consciously sort of 50s, 60s sci-fi style. Like they stole a lot of titles from classic sci-fi books. Hi Joe, I was just talking about you. It's an interview, yeah.
Alright, sorry.
Sorry, you can come in if you want. Joe.
Join us, Joe. Join us.
Anyway, that was Joe I was just talking about. Sorry, that actually wasn't Joe I was just talking about. That was a Joe before that. That was Joe from Colin's Godson. The Joe I was just talking about was Joe Kane, who I must have come across that right deck there. There's just like, sorry, I didn't mean that. It was just like, but yeah,
it's what it is.
But you should have come in because
there's room.
Do you want me to go? No, you can't. We're not supposed to
stop
stop
we'll
this.
Just leave it. Yeah.
Sorry.
We'll get him later.
Right. You actually should get him later because he's got his whole own stuff to do. In fact, I should send you a link for a start to all the Colin's Godson stuff, and hopefully you like it.
Yeah,
I can't assume you like it, but
whole new world for me to.
I don't know if you're into comics at all, because a big part of the thing is the comics thing.
Not really.
Right, but you're not opposed to reading them or giving
them
a shot.
No, I'm not opposed to them. I'm not against them. No.
Sorry, you don't need to. Anyway, so the other Joe Kane, and Stu Kidd had this album called Beyond the Silver Sea, which they stole a lot of the song titles just taken from classic science fiction, and that led me down a path of reading a lot of classic science fiction, which was good because. But anyway, they had this album out and it was released in vinyl and everything, and it got some good reviews, which is it seemed quite well distributed.
Have you got any classic science fiction books you'd like to recommend off the top of your head?
Tons. Well, the one I'm reading just now is very good. I mean, if anyone likes The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which I know is a popular franchise, I'm currently reading Stanislav Lem, The Star Diaries, which is hilarious. But he was a Polish guy.
Right.
He was active in the, late 40s to 90s or something. He died about 10 years ago. But it's very, there's a new idea in every page and it's very wryly amusing.
Oh, brilliant. Glad to ask.
Yeah, that's the main one I'd recommend on the big list. But there's, it's, I don't know, I found it quite, I always meant to read a lot more, so it was good to be kicked into reading that by then opening the gates of the. I had to be through a music door to get into that stuff.
Right.
Anyway, sorry. So that's two things I've been involved in recently. And you should interview Joe after this. Okay. Joe Greatorex another time soon.
Right.
That's good. Can't wait to spread that stuff because I'm really proud of a lot of stuff. Even though I only did the comics, but Joe's a really good songwriter.
Well, comics are a big part of it.
Yeah, but Joe's, it's good. It's good. It's all good stuff.
So the Hector Collectors were your first group, is that correct?
No, well, actually, it's confusing because the Plimptons predate the Hectors.
Right. Wow.
It's a bit confusing. It's a bit more unexplained as well.
No one really knew that, I don't think.
Well, the Plimptons sort of started in December 1999. We did one gig in January the 20th, actually. Yeah, January the 20th of 2000 for a whole new decade. Then we didn't do it for a while in the meantime. In the meantime, well, we did stuff sort of on and off, and we'd written about half the first album, but we did stuff sort of on and off for the next 3 or 4 years. But in between that time, formed the Hectors with Ian, and I had a whole separate career. So it was like, and of course Martin from the Plimptons and Ian from Hectors are both called Smith, and neither of them related to me. So very confusing. Both have been mistaken for me and my brother over the years.
Yeah. You seem brotherly.
And vice versa, you know. But it's just what you'd assume, you know.
Yeah.
It's not close in age as well, you know.
And
but
you wrote so many songs in quite a quick period. Then I would think.
Plimptons or the Hectors are both.
Well,
yeah.
both really, just you.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably. I had a big sort of thing about you. If you didn't write a song, you were afraid you would lose the ability to write songs. Even if that song was a terrible song, that didn't suit me. And I think I don't know. The only thing you can prove is that if you really want to write a song, you can write it. But it may not be any good. You know, it probably won't be any good. But
So, what was your process? Just sitting down, getting the guitar out, coming up with stuff like that. They're quite idea focused.
I don't know. Sometimes
strong
there's different things. I mean, like earlier on, I think you just be bashing away a lot more on the guitar because there's a lot more free time. Then latterly, especially in the Plimptons, from my end of things, I mean, a lot of the songs were co-written, you know, especially with Martin. We co-wrote a lot of stuff very closely, but then other stuff was just written by one person on their own, or sort of started by someone and finished by another person, you know. But especially later with the Plimpton, I worked in the post office. It's quite a good, because it doesn't engage your mind very much. Well, it didn't engage my mind, that's why I wasn't trying hard enough. But
classic rock and roll job,
you
isn't
can,
it, Bukowski and that.
You find tunes popping in your head when you're not putting your iPod in the mid-noughties. You know,
Postman Whistle.
You know, and so some tunes were written like that. And
so you had quite a bit of spare time, and I guess you're watching a bit of crap TV at the time because quite a lot of that pops into the lyrics.
Yeah, well, that's before I really had broadband internet. That sort of put the end to that. But
yeah.
in the early noughties, definitely watching a lot of crap TV. I don't really watch TV much anymore. It's like,
see, that's a shame because it was a good universal sort of thing that you could sing about and everyone knew about because we only had 4 channels.
But the thing is, it's not even. We only had 4 channels, now we've got 4chan. But but it's sort of changed anyway, isn't it? Because it's not like everyone watches the same things these days anyway. Really.
Yeah,
well, I know they kind of do, but
it's a bit of a shame,
you know. But I didn't last as long as watching. I watched Popstars the first season, but I didn't like talking about something communal that I would have watched. But I didn't get as far as like the X Factor. I was already going into sort of niche stuff by then, you know. And you know, probably that's where I sort of dropped the ball because I should be writing.
It's harder to write songs about internet stuff though, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's becoming more universal again. You know, I don't know. It is. Yeah, because.
Have you been writing recently?
Yeah, we've written some new stuff, and it is all about the internet. Actually.
Right. Okay.
You know, but I don't know. Hopefully, it's not too specific.
So if people want to hear your old stuff, is it Bandcamp, Hector
Collectors, Bandcamp?
Search?
Just put those 2 words and you'll get that up. And we just reissued the Dolification EP, which
was great news.
Which we'll be playing stuff from tonight. But we always play stuff from that because it was the set list been structured around that. But that was the only record that came out. The others were sort of CDRs. That was the one that actually came out in vinyl by a company called Stolen Wine, which we kind of asked to put it out, and they were nice enough to put it out. But
then they went bust.
Well, they didn't go bust immediately because of that. I think they were based in Manchester, but they had a few records out by various friends of ours, and then but I don't think it. I recently got back in touch with the guy from Stolen Wine on Facebook because I felt a bit bad re-releasing it without his permission, but he was very nice about it. He says, I think I owed him money as well, but like he was very nice about sort of putting that all in the past, you know?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So, have you recorded new stuff? Is that?
No.
Or you're just working it up?
No, we're not.
Go at your own pace.
We're not worked up enough, but it's quite relevant. Well, I think it's relevant. How real, you know, but I want to get it out this year because it seems like it's fairly relevant.
This year being 2017.
Well, yeah, next year 2017 because but a lot of it's inspired by 2016.
It's been a big news year.
Yeah.
A few of the people you've sung about have died in your Celebrity World War song.
Yeah, well, I was trying to update the lyrics to that today, but I didn't get very far. I was trying to, because it may be more relevant to today's world. It may be even more relevant than ever if it just changed all the lyrics. Then that song would be strangely prophetic and more relevant than ever. So I think if I just go back and change the lyrics, then it almost. It does mention Charlie Brooker quite early on though, that song. I don't think he was that famous when the song was mentioned, when the song was written. Because he was sort of known for TV Go Home at the time, and it was before he written Black Mirror and Screen Wipe and stuff
TV
like that.
Go Home.
Oh, TV, it was a website in the sort of Web 1.0 era that he got famous doing,
Right.
which was like fake Radio Times listings.
Oh, right.
And that's when Nathan Barley started.
Ah, yeah.
Because he was a character in it. Or he was, yeah. So,
Right. Has he ever heard the song?
I doubt it. Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be checking it out soon.
Well, I
Once
doubt
he's
that
wa-
as well.
Once he's watched this.
Well, you know, a lot of things have to come together for that, and a lot of things have to align for that to happen. But I guess it could happen. You know?
Yeah.